agreed to?
Yep, that's what you agreed to. As long as I can find the rest of the fucking buttons.
Buttons.
Oh, no. Oh,
Are we
God, I'm
live?
on the wrong...
We're not live?
We are live.
We're live now?
We are live.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Like 99.7%.
But I feel so dead inside.
Yeah, I can't fix that one. Why is it being all weird? Discord, what the
Because, you
are
know.
you doing?
Because
That's what it's doing.
Discord.
Aha! Progress. Yeah, you'd think we'd done this before.
No.
And one of these days, I will actually remember to check that everything is ready before the stream. But I was gorging myself on cheesecake, so fuck that.
Yeah, no check. Only cheesecake. Only cheesecake from now until forever.
There was a
least you
lot of
have
freaking
top
cheesecake, and it was
priorities.
delicious. Yeah, my roommate made cheesecake. Alrighty, welcome to session 37 of Roll for Severity. This is our homebrew D&D campaign. We run here every second Sunday at 5 p.m. PST. And on the in-between weeks, we also have Miss Wolfinger's campaign.
What's up?
Oh god, where did my taskbar go? There we go, there's my taskbar. Found all the things. Okay. Oh god, I've lost everything. Brain.
I can see it from here.
Yeah, it's just like...
It's okay. It's the quarantine. Your brain has just died, and now you're rebooting.
Yep. Error 404, brain not found. So anyways, if you're looking to watch or catch up on previous episodes, subscribers have access to our episodes immediately after the air over in channel's VODs. For those who aren't subscribers, I upload the episodes to YouTube usually a week or so after they initially air, when I remember. You can find us on YouTube by searching Roll for Severity, or there's a link somewhere down below the stream. I'm Ominous Giggle, the DM for this campaign. I am joined by my fantastic players, Not Nathan, Mel, Jamie, and Jeanette. Before we get underway, a couple of quick things to go over. 1, each month we donate a portion of all income generated by Roll for Severity to charity. This includes that from direct donations, bits, subscriptions, and sales from the Roll for Severity store. This month's charity is Rainbow Railroad, an organization focused on providing solutions to LGBTQI people who need immediate assistance because they are facing a serious threat to their lives or safety. You can check out their website at rainbowrailroad.org or on Twitter at Rainbow Railroad. 2, the Artificer store is up on tpublic.com/user/roll for severity, or once again, there's a link somewhere down below the stream, somewhere. I think that's what I have. I think that's all I have on my list. Yes. Players!
Perfect.
What happened last time?
Well, let me tell you.
Glad someone remembers.
Actually, sorry, I wasn't there.
Okay, well, my summary, from what I recall, is we're going to a place in the middle of the forest.
Galenath.
Kay
Yeah, we're going to Galenath.
absolutely wanted to take the shortest route possible, going through the forest, but everyone else seems to be against going through the haunted forest.
Yeah, it's haunted.
How dare they? So we took the long way around. We decided to camp one night, and someone saw a spooky something in the woods and decided that it was going to be their adult life decision to follow it. Guess what? It wasn't Kay. Kay
It wasn't
did
mine.
not make that
He
decision.
pointed it out first.
I did point out a thing, and then I politely went to bed, because who cares? And so some of the party went into the woods to follow a creepy thing, and some combat ensued of monsters.
Yeah,
We decided, we went back the next morning.
then we fought a giant freaking owl bear.
Again, I
And
wanted
that's a
to
foreshadowing that I didn't know of.
this wasn't a problem, but y'all were like, no, let's not go through the forest. Immediately goes inside the forest at the first sign of the single.
I didn't go in the forest.
Yes,
Did I actually
did.
do that?
Well,
I
actually,
remember all of
technically,
No,
No,
yeah,
you
you
were
were
here.
here.
We didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't have a session last or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, Oh, okay.
Jamie
Well,
was
all caught
I'll
up.
tell you.
Yeah, so, Mel, you do remember what happened because you were here for it.
I assumed I missed a session. Okay, that's great. So there was the scarecrow we followed in. The scarecrow tricked us, killed a body. Did we ever figure out what the scarecrow was about? I don't think we
No.
did. So
It's like a thing that was there. It's like Turnip Head, but not being friendly and helping us find Howl's Moving Castle. It just hangs out and it's kind of creepy.
I mean, it wasn't rude.
It wasn't rude. That's very true.
it was tonight.
It's spooky and
It killed the guy, though. I was never quite certain of this.
It was spooky, Sil. Yes.
Sorry, what did you say, Kay?
I wasn't quite certain. Did the scarecrow actually kill the dude in the forest? I thought
Yes.
some other creature
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it did.
the scarecrow did it. Oh, okay. Well, that was not in my mind's eye at all. So that's cool. Okay. Also, there was an asshole bird on top of our tiny hut dimension that kept bothering the crap out of, I think it was Theo.
Yeah, I can't
because-
leave Tiny Hut once I'm in it.
And so a bird just lands on top of it and is an asshole, and it's great. It's good times.
Good old
That's all I
asshole bird.
remember. I think we were going to continue our journey when the session ended. I
Yeah.
think. It's either that or we were going to loot the corpses of creatures. But
I think we already did that because I have written down we have a giant pelt and we have a bunch of meat.
Yeah,
That's right.
Kay, you had managed to skin the owlbear, and you have a very large owlbear hide, which, note, you still have a week and a half left to travel. You're going to need to do something about that if you want it to be usable by the time you get to Galanath. And then you had also gotten 30 rations of meat out
There's so
of the
much meat.
owlbear. Which, once
So
again,
much
you now
meat.
have 30 rations of raw meat, which, once again, you're going to want to do something with.
cool. I don't have any of this marked down, so please excuse me a moment. Also, party, remind Kay that he has some identified boots on his person, still, that he has not figured out what they are.
That you stole from the freaking box in the Shadowlands.
No idea what these unidentified boots are. They could be something. They could be nothing. Kay should figure it out at some point. Maybe
I
they
could
match his
cast
outfit.
Identify when we sit down this evening.
You know what? It could be a thing. I just figure I should mention it because they're in my inventory. Still,
Yeah.
it's
I think we both
unidentified.
have we both have Do we both have identify? So
Yes, we both have
yeah,
Identify.
we both identify. Yeah.
Yeah, you have one
I have
pearl.
a
but
We
you
only
have
have
two.
one pearl, though.
Hmm?
Only one pearl, though.
Oh, do I have a pearl to catch identify with?
Yeah,
you-
you
Oh,
No,
yeah,
you
that's
didn't
right.
have one. We were going to share. Yeah.
We share, that's right.
Yeah, because it's not consumed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I do have owlbear meat and large owlbear pelt. Cool. Okay. This will be great. Insert things to do tonight.
Anything anyone else remembers from last time? Aside from Stellavision?
I got to ride Annah. Crap. What's
Annah
Anna's?
7?
Annah 7.
Yep. Panther form.
Best.
Alrighty.
It's fine. I'm just looking at things that are in my inventory and questioning when they got there. It's fine.
Alrighty. So, after slaying the owlbear, which you skinned for its large pelt and had managed to harvest about 30 rations worth of raw owlbear meat, Kay led the party, or started leading the party towards the main road. Back out relatively the way you came, but at an angle to be further ahead of where you started. And to get away from the elk skull totem that was at the entrance. That Theo was very thrilled about.
Don't like it. Don't like it.
It's still fairly early on in the day, as you had all gotten up basically first thing and came back out to this clearing to take a look. Also, you had obtained the sword from the fellow who had died that had the letters WD engraved on it.
Right.
Who has the sword?
I believe Sylvania has the sword.
No, Theo did, because Theo identified the.
Oh, I
Wait,
do.
Wait, that's
yeah,
right, because you
right.
nat won the perception check or the investigation check. We figured it was because Anna's or the exhaustion from haste kicked in at that very moment.
I will add that in real quick.
But you've currently been traveling for about a week, so you still have about a week and a half left of travel. Was the intent to still continue along the outside edge of the forest?
Kay wouldn't be leading them back begrudgingly if that was the intent. Or that wasn't the intent. Kay would be gleefully leading them through the forest, but no. I believe I very specifically said I was going out of my way to lead them exactly where I said I was going to lead them, which was outside of it, for the sole purpose of not wanting to piss off the party and make them be salty at Kay as much as he wanted otherwise.
Yeah, so the party does start heading back towards the or like heads back out of the forest, and you're a little bit further along the border of the woods as you go. And at this point, it's fairly nice day. You're quite a ways away from the coast. Occasionally you get like that little bit of a salty scent on the air, as like there is a fair bit of a strong wind coming in from the coast, but nothing overpowering. It's not storming or anything like that.
Yet.
Not like our weather's going to be. But as the group progresses along, is there anything in particular people are doing? Like, okay, what is your intent with the owlbear pelt or the rations?
Well, I was expecting to, at least with the pelts, to either tan or attempt to preserve it in some way, so that when we get to town of places with the things, we can make winter clothes.
Okay.
Is that something we can do in the evening?
Potentially. Okay, roll me a survival check with advantage on this.
Where's the button?
Because you
Click
are
thing.
Ranger dude.
This one.
Ranger dude.
13.
13.
And actually, you had nat 20'd your
My
survival check. Yeah.
It was a modified 20, not
modified 20. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, with the you've done quite a bit of work getting a lot of the extra stuff off of the pelt itself when you were skinning it, and so you figure come night you probably need to salt it and just help dry a little bit that way. But considering the size of the pelt, you aren't going to want to be leaving it for too terribly long.
Yep.
And then the rations can be cooked as needed, but you're still going to want to do some sort of preservation with those.
Yeah.
Can we like dry them out over a fire?
Yeah, in regards to some of the rations, at least start doing a what's the word I'm looking for? Dehydration process, or like drying, because we can probably do that in some regard to make some like longer term preservatives.
Jerky.
Jerky. Here's the dumb question. Do we have salt?
I don't.
I don't have any salt.
I mean, I assume salt is in my herbalism kit, but
Probably
I
not to
can
the
use
quantity.
herbs.
You probably wouldn't have enough
Maybe
salt
not.
in your herbalism kit to salt an owlbear pelt.
I mean, not all of it for sure, but some of it.
Yeah. Actually, okay, roll me a nature check.
Oh God, am I gonna find natural occurring salt? Well, maybe. Let's find out. That's a 19.
He snatches it from the ocean air.
I just go for a casual walk that's not far away to the waters of the ocean nearby, pull up some salt casually, and I'm like, look what I found.
Excuse me while I filter out the salt from this seawater.
The 1.4 short day trip to the coast.
Right? It just you know what? There's actually a portal nearby. I just hopped in, hopped out, grabbed it, left. Like no one noticed. It was fine.
Actually, as you're walking, like as you're leading the party out, you do end up noticing a set of herbs, and actually it's a couple of the herbs that Danik had pointed out to you that do work as preservatives, and so with the 19, actually you'd have the 22 because once again this is your favorite terrain for this. You're definitely able to gather quite a bit, and you're able to get a bunch of the meat wrapped up in order to help getting those starting to dry out. The plants that don't necessarily it doesn't necessarily dry them up, but it'll help keep them longer.
Yeah.
And so about 20 rations worth you're able to get wrapped up. That should get you to, and those should be able to hold over until at least Galanath.
Cool.
As you're heading along, I'd like everyone to roll me a perception check.
Ooh, perception, you say?
Not 20, 25.
Modified 20.
I got a 21.
Kids,
Oh no!
you're working on dog.
I'm just completely happy, striding along. It's like no worry in the world.
Hakuna Matata.
What a wonderful phrase.
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. Actually, part of me just imagine, like with Annah saying like Sylvania's working on dog. I kind of imagine like dogs like trotting along. You have dogs like the top of dog's head like dismantled, so you can like you're like trying to modify the space inside for the bag.
That seems a bit beyond what I would do. Well on dog.
It's still an entertaining thought.
Opened off the outside casing. Dog can still see, right? I'm kidding. I don't want to know how the innards of dog works. Kay would probably low-key be disgusted. I'm not entirely sure.
Suddenly, 5-hour explanation of how dog works.
Yeah.
And we're at Galanath.
That's a 5-day explanation.
That's a
Probably
lot
more
longer than
accurate.
that. But as you're like Annie, you spot it first as you're walking along, but you do spot another totem along the forest edge.
Oh, snap.
And Theo and Kay, you spot it not too terribly long after Anna does.
Halt! Everyone stop!
And like the
Kay
totem
is just gonna throw out the stupid remark. If this is the same one, I'm going to be very upset. Because Kay's like, I'm assuming I'm leading the way. This one better be different.
Is it different?
It's the same type
Do
of
we-
totem. Like,
Okay.
are you guys going to investigate it, or what's going on?
No, Kay is refusing. He made a begrudging deal to not go into the forest, specifically because Theo and Anna were like, well, we don't want to go into the forest. It's haunted. It's scary. So Kay is now like he's committed to not going into the forest out of spite.
Did anyone point it out to Sylvania? Because I didn't notice by myself.
Oh, we would have
Nope.
pointed it. Theo would have pointed it out to you.
Right, Theo goes, oh, there's another one. And suddenly, like, as Theo says there's another one, just see Sylvania already, like, 100 paces in that direction.
I'll stand here with Krabby Pants if you want to go with her.
I'm not standing. I'm continuing to go.
I grab Kay's shoulder and just keep pulling
Can I dex or strength check to see if Theo can still hold on to my shoulder?
Yeah, that'd be a grapple check. Theo's strength or Theo's athletics versus Kay's athletics or acrobatics.
You want me to roll acrobatics?
Theo
Or
rolls
athletics? I'm sorry, you cut out. Roll
Theo-
what?
Theo roll athletics,
Oh, okay.
and Kay can roll
Oh, he
athletics
breaks
or
it.
acrobatics.
It's a nat 1, so he
You know-
breaks it anyway.
At my shoulder. You make so much noise reaching for my shoulder that I like sidestep you casually
Oh.
and you trip. Like no argument was had here.
Kay, are you splitting the party?
Kay, in a perfectly no sarcasm, no nothing. I am following the agreement we made about not going into the forest. The last time we did, y'all almost got killed or murdered by a giant bear. I don't know why you want to do it now. That sounds like a dumb plan. I'm going to continue going the route we agreed upon so that I don't die. Because apparently that's what will happen if we go into the woods.
Okay.
This is said 100% deadpan.
You say y'all as if you weren't a part of that too.
Yep.
It wasn't an option.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go help Syl investigate, and then I'll catch up, I guess. Don't get
Yeah.
too far.
We'll catch up. Go ahead, Kay.
So Kay's going on an adventure alone ahead. This may be
By
a
his own
terrible.
choice.
He'll be back, I think, or he won't.
Wait, so is Kay going on alone, and then Theo's
Yeah.
joining Sylvania and Anna? Or...
Yeah, I'm gonna
What
join still.
What it sounds like. This is gonna
Being
be
proud
great.
advance.
It's either this
So-
or I'm gonna get kidnapped. This is gonna be great fun.
Fun.
Could I might find a portal. Oh man, think about what could happen.
Ugh.
It's okay. I have the dome. If it starts raining, he may come back. Or he might just go into the forest. Who knows?
I might go sleep in a tree.
It's gone well in the past.
Yeah.
So Sylvania, you arrive at the totem before anyone else does, as you had immediately hoofed it for it. It's very similar to the first one you had encountered, but there's definitely the skull on top of it is definitely not the same elk skull. But it's still
It is
definitely
another
a skull.
elk skull, but not the same one.
Yes.
Do they both have antlers?
Yes, but the antler setup is different.
Okay.
The first one had more prongs? I don't know what the spikes on the antlers are called.
Can I rack my brain again for what this might be?
Sure.
Or no, since okay.
Give me a history check.
I'll give you a history check. 22. I'm looking at this and I'm like, what? I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue what this is.
Thinking back to your time in school, you do recall. You don't remember necessarily what groups would use it. But things of this nature could technically be used as how to describe it. Essentially, a possession point. Basically, they can take control of an entity that has already been placed and basically utilize it as if it was an extension of themselves.
So it's meant for ghosts to possess. It's a doll.
A doll of some sort.
Oh, I hate it even more.
That
Okay,
being
working
said...
theory.
Oh, go ahead.
So if I was before Theo has time to explain, working theory. These somehow guard the woods, but wait. They didn't stop us from entering the woods. We literally walked past that last one to enter the woods, but it killed that other guy. Maybe specific people aren't allowed in the woods?
The only thing I can rack in my brain is I think I once upon a read something about things being placed for things to take control of, but that means possession, and that would make this a doll, and I just hate entirely what I just said. So, take that with a grain of salt.
Wait,
The only
what if these keep something in the forest?
Well, there is a city in the forest, but at the same time,
But
I don't know
what
too much.
we did see an owl bear, and owl bears are created by crazy wizards. So maybe crazy wizards made a bunch of weird things, and these things keep them all in the forest so that they
was a
don't
very-
damage the farmland.
It was a very large owl bear, and there was a growth. Wasn't there? Wasn't there, DM? There was a growth, like a tangle of like roots and stuff.
Oh yeah, that the creature used on the dude that encountered in the woods, in the clearing.
Yeah.
The growth of vines up and around that kind of,
I have another theory, and that's that the woods are alive, and if you go in there and try to cut anything down, it gets really mad at you.
Yeah, I think if we don't hurt anything here, we won't get hurt.
Sylvania has a sword in her hand.
Please don't. No, don't do it. Please don't saw anything.
But science.
Do it for science later.
DM, are there flowers around?
Odds or
Or even
evens?
weeds? Oh, mavens.
Mavens. Give me some mavens.
Yes, you do find a handful of flowers around.
All right, I'm gonna just weave them into like a wreath sort of thing, and when we're all done here, I'm gonna lay it at the base of the totem.
Okay.
It's a sign of respect. Sorry to interrupt you, Syl.
I am walking over to the closest branch I can reach.
I am picking Syl up, and I'm going, nope! Leave the crazy dangerous ones alone, please!
It's where are you grabbing me from?
I'm
Are
grabbing
you grabbing onto my armor?
Probably. I'd probably go
I cast
under your
heat
arm.
metal on my own armor.
No! Don't do that!
Okay, first
I drop you, and then I pick you up from your... do you have anything on your arms? Do you have anything on your legs? I'm gonna hold you up by your legs.
So first you gotta roll me that surge chance for your heat metal.
Ouch, my hands! That was uncalled for!
Okay, so you didn't surge. Honestly, I think it would have been absolutely hilarious. Like, cast heat metal, I was like, kaboom! It's like,
Well, at least Kay wouldn't have died in the worst case scenario.
okay, so we've got you cast heat metal on your armor. Give me a second to look up heat metal. So roll. Okay,
Yes,
so
I am hurting myself to do this.
I need you to roll me the 2d8 damage.
2d8! Son of it!
Well, Theo tried to pick me up, so Theo needs to make a fortitude save if Theo wants to hold on. And then Theo takes the damage.
I drop you!
Well, it's any creature in physical contact, the object takes 2d8 fire damage when he casts a spell, and then they have to do a fortitude save if they want to continue the Constitution save if they want to continue holding on to it.
I drop her!
So
That escalated very quickly.
That's
Sylvania, both you and Theo
Again.
take 8 points of fire damage.
This comes from the person who tried to light Kay on fire in his tent.
I have 20 hit points. What the heck?
Still feel responsible for that one.
And Sylvania, you need to roll. Are you dropping concentration intentionally as soon as Theo drops you, or?
I need to use a bonus action to keep the damage going, so I'm going to keep concentration but not cause damage on myself until Theo tries to pick me up again.
No! Ow! No! I'm not picking you up again! That was rude! Wag my finger. Don't saw any of the trees off! Science or otherwise!
At least that's how I read it, DM. If it's going to continuously hurt me, I will drop.
Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your subject. No, yeah, so it's you have concentration up to a minute to maintain it, but you can use your bonus action to deal the fire damage again.
I cast Prestidigitation just to chill my hands.
So Sylvania, you are wearing fairly toasty armor. What are you doing?
Walking over to the nearest branch and cutting it.
Okay.
Mhm.
You now have a branch in your hand.
I cut the nearest branch. I go, look. I look at the totem. Does it do anything?
No.
Theory disproven. I place the stick with the wraith Annah made.
I'm also making a smaller crown to put over its antler, so that way, if we ever come in contact with this one again, we will know it's the same totem. Respectfully, I'm trying to do this really respectfully.
Next
Okay.
time, just don't burn my hands, please.
Don't pick me up.
More than a burn on your hands. It's like a second or third degree burn for
I'm
sure.
currently, it hurts.
That would kill a commoner.
Do you want to hold Slugsworth?
It's okay. It's fine. I'll just chill them and heal them later.
Okay.
Thank you very much for offering.
So
You
Kay,
spent time in school. Didn't you know that you're not supposed to pick up the small people? That includes dwarves, halflings, gnomes.
I was raised by a dwarf, so I know about not picking, but, I wasn't going to carry you. I was just going to turn you around and put you back down again.
It's still picking up.
Next time, then, I'll use something else. Once I figure it out.
Theo just needs to learn levitate.
Or mage hand.
But I also know levitate, and I'm too heavy for mage hand.
Well then. Tensor's floating disc.
I also know levitate.
Oh yeah, and you can't cast catapult on something that someone's wearing.
No, that's very true.
Just put a hand on the armor, just catapult. Whee!
Kay's getting away from us because he's crabby and about not being in the forest. Should we go catch up with him?
I want to take
Are we done sciencing?
I want to take a quick look around and bug Annah if she can see any signs of bears around here. Specifically owl bears, but I don't think their tracks are distinct.
I'd be happy to do a check for that. Give a quick once over before heading off after Kay.
Alrighty.
Survival, I assume?
Yep.
It's only a 17 to try and spot some tracks.
You're definitely not finding any owlbear tracks in the nearby vicinity. You could venture further into the woods if you so chose, but in the area immediately surrounding, you're not really seeing any kind of tracks of that sort.
Any tracks at all?
Nothing of owlbear sort. There's some small animal tracks that you kind of note, but like rabbit footprints and stuff like that, but nothing of larger scale.
I'll relay what animal tracks I think I do find to Syl, but other than that, no.
Okay,
Nothing
so owl bear's not related to the thing.
I don't think it is.
I think we attracted it last time because there was, a fighter that screamed.
Fresh meat.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh-ish meat. It was kind of there overnight, but
Mm-hmm.
Fresh-ish meat. And sorry, Sylvania, what is it you were looking around for?
oh, I was just bugging Anna to look around because I'm not actually good at nature. I would have followed Anna around, but I don't know how to look for tracks.
Fair. Kay, as you're strolling along, you do hear a yell coming from behind you, a yell of pain of some sort. Most likely from Theo. Anything in particular you're doing as you're just forced marching on forward? Just, yeah, they can...
I pause for a moment to see if I hear any additional screaming. Or yelling, or verbal communication that there is an actual legitimate combat happening.
You pause for a moment. Actually, roll me a perception check. Like, are you stopping and turning to look, or are you just like stopping, listening, and then?
Oh no, I'm just stopping to be like, did I hear something?
Okay, yeah, roll me that perception check. 10. Complete silence.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna be like, it's probably nothing, and carry on.
Alrighty.
If I ever want to secretly murder the party, wait for Kay to walk away and he will not come to their aid.
Well, remember, at this point, Kay is still salty, as he's not pleased, but he's listening because that's what. That's
Still
what
salty?
Yeah. Kay becomes unsalty, like when he was started up his own business. No one stopped him to do that. He was having a grand old time.
He was also having a good time when he was on the docks hauling boxes around. But then Theo came.
Yeah, and then someone
full
had
mom mode on
to
him.
rudely interrupt. And then make everyone think that I'm an insane creature. Am I insane?
The dog agrees.
Gray says yes.
She said nothing, actually. You would have heard her say something.
She says yes.
You guys can't translate what you can't hear.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. You can't even see her face.
Anyway.
So as you pause for a moment and listen, it's like, oh, there isn't more screams, they're not dying, and kind of carry on forwards. You're walking for probably another 15 or so minutes, just marching along. And I want you to roll me one more perception check. Okay. Pretty peaceful day. You think for a moment you might have heard the asshole bird off in the distance, but can't be too sure. Yes, after that, things are fine.
Time to catch up with Kay. Let's go.
You know, if I have to cast anything and this inhibits, we might be in trouble. Or we won't.
I've already gone. I zoomed.
I'll just stand here, waving my arms noodly.
What?
Eldritch Blast.
And now you can just forever blame me for all your missing Eldritch Blasts. Or I can take the credit for you start hitting after this point.
Yeah, we'll see which one it is.
I blame roll 20.
You say you blame Roll20, but you were having trouble hitting Eldritch Blast even before when you were using your own dice.
I can't help it. The dice got to me. Yeah, we go catch up. I guess we go catch up with Kay now.
Sylvania, see you're hoofing it up long after Kay?
Yeah, I want to hoof it as fast as I can. And, like, I want to pretty much just try to run into Kay's back. Like, try to, like, just keep going. Just run through him.
Okay.
Oh, okay, this is gonna be fun.
So you go beelining towards Kay. Kay, roll me a perception check. Better yet, roll me a dexterity save. And actually, with you having a 21 on that perception, dexterity save with advantage.
Oh Oh boy.
I know it. I know what's about to happen. I don't expect I can do a lot with this unless Syl fails almost running into me.
Sylvania, I want you to roll me a strength save.
Strength save?
Strength save.
For me or dog?
For you.
17.
17.
I rolled an 18.
So you do manage to stay on dog as you barrel up, and like, are you trying to go like straight through Kay?
Yeah, pretty much.
So Kay, you know, like the footsteps coming behind you, and you like kind of like up on your toes a little bit, getting ready to try and turn and run, but you're not quite fast enough. And next thing you know, you have dog's head kind of like barrel between your legs. And then you feel the armor of Sylvania slam into your back as dog basically barrels between your legs and Sylvania just slams right into you and just carries forward. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as Sylvania slams into you.
I mean, this is probably fine considering I guess I'm now riding dog? Question mark?
You're kind of
I'm riding dog in Syl's lap?
Like a
Yes.
full-grown. I was gonna say like a full-grown man rides a miniature pony. Probably, yeah.
It's Sir Noodles Goes Mini all over again.
Yeah.
Hi, Kay.
Hi!
It was a different one. You didn't want it to be the same one. It's a different one.
Perfect. That's great. Why am I riding dog?
I don't know. You should probably hop off.
Can I like roll animal handling to see if I just decide to stay on perfectly fine?
Dog is not an animal, so that would fail.
I mean, fair.
Dog is also a medium creature, and you are a medium creature. So, by rules, you cannot use dog as a mount.
And yet here we are, dog literally riding me because you're my backrest.
What?
You do realize, like, in my image, I picture a chair running at me, full steam, just a very long chair, and it ran under my legs, my butt fell down, and the backrest caught me and is continuing to run.
That's pretty accurate.
That is what I have experienced right now.
Oh, by the way, Theo tried to pick me up, and I burned him, and he wasn't very happy about that. So, just so you know.
So the takeaway is don't pick you up, or
Exactly.
that Theo is handsy.
I think the first one.
Cool. Good to know.
Jury's still out on the second.
For the record, that's the longest my dog has been in my presence in the basement in over 3 years. So you guys experienced a miracle.
Normally the dog just sits at the back door and be like, let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
I mean, it's either that or she's upstairs having a nap.
That's fair.
It's very strange.
Yeah, your dog has two states. It's either let me outside or having a nap, thinking about wanting to go outside.
Probably.
Or eating. One of the... That's the other possible.
Yeah.
Sylvania, or Theo and Annah, as you watch Kay get bowled over by Sylvania and Dog, what are you doing?
I'd clap, but my hands hurt.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's not the same with forearms.
So what I'm picturing now, just to be very clear, is the sarcastic, my body is glowing so red from sunburn, if anything touches it, it hurts. But like when nothing touches it, you're okay, but it's your hands, so you're constantly moving, and so they're constantly touching themselves in tiny ways, giving you tiny little bits of searing pain.
That hurts. Never burnt your hands before, it hurts.
I have, but that I don't see the relevance here clearly.
Yeah, don't put your hands on a hot stove, kids. Or
Or
a
hot
gnome's armor.
Or Gnome's armor. Yeah.
Without permission, remember, consent is key.
I panicked. Maybe later at the end of the day I'll borrow Slugsworth. I'm scared that there's an owlbear that's gonna come out. We're gonna need you. Or if there's gonna be something else coming out. I'd rather it hurts, but I feel like we're gonna need you for attacky more than healy.
I provoked the forest. What's the worst that can happen?
Sorry, what?
Everything can happen. Everything.
Anyway,
It's not like I started randomly casting fireballs into the tree line.
Please don't cast fireball.
That's
I
Only
can't
because you
cast
don't
fireball.
I was about to say only because you can't cast fireball yet.
Cast fireball.
what's important is even then Kay would get mad, because then so would be destroying Kay's preferred terrain.
Anna would not be pleased as well.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
a tree
Ranger
druid, but there's some things in the druid code that's like, don't fuck with trees.
Yes, don't fuck with trees.
Don't
Go
try
to
and burn the
down the
forest down.
forest because you're bored.
If I've learned anything about tree law, it's don't mess with trees.
We follow behind as you know, we follow.
Yeah.
I don't know how far ahead they got, but we moved to catch up.
They were a fair bit ahead, so you have to kind of pick up the pace a little bit to catch up to them, but you're able to do so reasonably easily. Kay wasn't like full out sprinting.
I was
when
walking with purpose.
Yeah.
Have you ever walked like in a mall, like on Boxing Day, trying to get somewhere, knowing that if you don't get there soon enough, there's going to be like a 3-hour wait in line?
No, because I
Yeah,
don't
it's
go out
not
on
crazy
Boxing
enough
Day.
to go to a mall to Unboxing Day.
I worked in
Yeah,
Walking with purpose is a skill.
I've worked in West Ed during Boxing Day. It's not fun. Yeah, so you catch up fairly easily. And as you're heading along, can I get you to roll me perception checks?
That's everybody.
Yep.
Everybody go and roll the perception. Everybody go to roll
I
the perception.
very much heard you say everyone go and roll leprosy, and I'm like, no, that's wrong. Also, because this is my preferred terrain, I think it's a modified 20 for me,
Okay.
technically.
There's a lot of 20s
Yeah.
Yep.
in the
me-
advantage.
Yeah, Scylla's Nat. Well, actually, no, Scylla's not.
I'm
because
17 because
advantage.
I don't have advantage.
Right, I'm sorry. We're currently in the land of Kay has advantage on most things he does, and it's great.
16 for Anna.
13 for me.
So as you're heading up, you do note a relatively worn trail that does cut partially through the woods. And you're able to hear shouting coming from down the road.
I suppose Good Samaritans means that we have to go address that.
Address what?
What kind of screaming is it? Is it like someone's mad screaming? Is it like a war cry?
Is it
Hurt.
domestic abuse screaming? Is it a domestic dispute screaming? There are different kinds.
There are different kinds of screaming. It is someone yelling for help.
Yeah, no, alright, let's go be Good Samaritans now!
Alright.
Kay is going to let a sigh of relief because he's been getting annoyed at not going into the woods. And he's gonna bolt. He's gonna be like, "Wee!"
Okay.
Wait, 1 second. Okay, Kay's gone. What if this is something trying to lure us in because we disturbed the forest?
Well, Kay's gone in there. It could also be someone being attacked by another owl bear, so we should probably, at the very least, go check it out.
I mean, I can always see things and turn around because I have advantage in the forest. It's great.
Yeah, but like,
Yay, scouting in the forest is the thing.
you don't right know that we're suspecting a trap right now.
Yeah. Let's
Oh,
go save
absolutely
2 people.
Let's go save 2 people.
So, okay, you go sprinting in.
Oh yeah, you better
Like
believe
Leroy Jenkins.
I am moving through the trees until I see the source of the audible noise, but I am moving super fast.
Okay. So roll me a perception check, but you don't get advantage on this one because you are sprinting up ahead.
19.
19? Okay. As you're booking along, you do notice an overturned wagon up ahead, just off the side of the road, and you can see a not old man per se, but older, probably like late 40s, early 50s, kind of looks like he's partially pinned underneath the wagon.
All right. Kay is going to approach said wagon, because he's going to surmise that person under wagon is the one screaming.
Yeah,
Could be
you heard him as you were running up.
Kay's gonna be like, "Can I be of assistance?"
Oh, thank you, lad. Come. Blasted leg got stuck under the cart when it toppled. Something came out of nowhere, just slammed into the side. Bugger all.
Alrighty. So just to be clear, is the entire weight of the wagon on him? Is it just the wheel? Can and is based on looking at the scene, is the best judgment call like a quick leverage up the wheel so he can slide his leg out? Is that the best approach? Based on like 30 seconds of survival knowledge looking at a wagon on top of this man's leg.
Yeah, so the wagon itself, if the wagon's upright, it's straight up on its side. And it looked like he had probably been trying to hop off, and so his leg is now caught underneath the wagon, pinned under. You're not sure whether it's caught on anything. But the wagon...
So best course of action would be
probably a lift up and...
Cool. All right, let's give it a go.
Yeah.
Or at least Kay's going to be like, Kay, I'm going to attempt to relieve the pressure off your leg by moving the wagon up as far as I can. Are you okay to move your attempt to move your leg out from underneath?
I think I can do that.
Okay. Cool, because
he kind of like looks like he's got his hands braced on the ground, ready to try and move.
Cool. I'm assuming I'm rolling just strength.
Yeah, roll me a strength check. 14.
Could be worse.
You grab onto this wagon and you're giving a pull, and you're getting a little bit of lift, but not a whole lot. And
this is the moment when I scream for either Syl or Theo and some form of levitation magic. So Kay is going to politely scream in a "I'm not in danger" yell, but more of a "I begrudgingly need your guys' magical special powers to help us," instead of using the phone in my pocket because I'm not actively thinking about it, because I'm currently trying to lift this man up out of... I'm focusing on ugh, and really, do you really want to hear Kay grunting through a magical cell phone?
Maybe not.
No.
So Kay is going to scream because then exertions become sound. And he's going to be like, "I need magical assistance!" So that everyone can hear.
So
I hope that
Annah,
means that he
Theo,
doesn't...
And Sylvania, I'd like you to roll me perception checks. See if you
Alright.
hear Kay as his loud yell.
Rolled a 9. I don't know
I
why.
also
15?
rolled a 9.
I rolled a 15. That seems reasonable.
So Sylvania, you can hear Kay shouting. It's echoing off the trees a little bit, so you're not quite sure exactly what's being said, but you can hear him yelling.
I think it's a trap. I think Kay's coming back.
You think Kay's coming back?
I think I heard him yelling. He might be running in our direction.
Does he sound like he's dying?
No, not dying. More like, I don't know,
appreciate
like
the fact that our
Kay
group went out of
scream.
our way not to use the cell phones as much as possible.
Wait, I got a plan. Beanard! I have to grab Beanard. Like, Beanard, go see what's going on. Go help Kay. I'm gonna send...
You go and like toss Beanard, and Beanard just like. And right back over your shoulder. It's just like.
Alright.
He doesn't really do much as a bee, does he?
Yeah, he can be quite helpful on his terms. It's gotta be his idea.
I see.
Yeah, to be
Do you
fair,
want
Mal,
me
you
to
did
die?
tell me that Beanard was an asshole.
Yes, and he's not my familiar, so yes. An asshole that hangs around.
Well then, all right then. Well, he's screaming, so it must be about something. So let's go and take a look at the very least.
And Kay, did you turn to like face the direction you came from when you yelled?
Absolutely, I did.
Awesome. I'd like you to make me a dex save.
Oh,
Perfect.
12. So, as you turn and start yelling that you need magical assistance, for a brief moment you hear like some scuffling behind you, and you figure he's probably still trying to pull himself out.
We're gonna find out if this was a trap right now, are we?
And you take 5 points of piercing damage as you feel a knife dig into your back.
oh shit, he didn't have a leg at all. It was
And-
all just...
I'd like you
Yeah.
to roll initiative, okay?
Perfect. Where?
Damn me bandits.
This button.
Watch,
rolled
he was just
8.
faking. 8. Damn.
That's fine. I have a plan. Depending on assuming I live. Oh wait, you said I took damage, right?
Yes, 5 points of...
That's fine. Oh wait, does this mean he's gonna put up a combat scenario right away?
100%.
Yes, it is coming.
Oh,
Combat. Oh yeah, that's totally a friendly face.
I mean,
Woo!
this is fine. He's the
He's
only
the
one
one
who's
fired.
decently.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all fine.
And so so Anna, Theo, and Sylvania, you're down here still running, probably about 2 turns away.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, as you suddenly feel a lovely sharp stinging sensation in your back as Neville and the fellow is standing up behind you.
Kay's gonna be like, "Did you seriously just stab me?" As just choice words in this scenario.
Yep.
And what's right? And I have a plan. It may end up being horrible for everyone, but I have a plan.
Alrighty. Well, you get to
Assuming
take...
it's my turn.
Yeah, it is your
but
turn.
It is my turn. Cool. So as a bonus action, I'm gonna Misty Step.
Okay.
As a spell, I need to roll to make sure I don't
To see
explode.
if see what the chance of explosion is.
Nope. Cool. I believe Misty Step puts me 30, up to 30 feet. So I'm gonna go over to this tree. Think that works?
Okay.
That should work, I think. My distance says it works in my head. And then
Yeah, it's 25 feet.
I am going to cast Spike Growth around this gentleman. Which I also need to roll for magic for.
Is Spike Growth a leveled spell? Yeah, Spike Growth is a level 1 spell, is it not?
I think second level spell.
DM, dumb question. Did we have a long rest after that combat, or we long rested before that combat?
You long rested before that combat.
Okay, that was my dumb question I wanted to ask.
No, it's all good. Yeah, you fought the owlbear in the morning.
Damn.
If I remember correctly, if you use a level spell as a bonus action, you can only use your action to cast cantrips.
So, Misty Step is a bonus action.
But it's a leveled spell.
So can I not? Can I not use Spike Growth?
Correct.
Well, that's stupid. Fine. In that case, I'm gonna whip out my bow and shoot him twice.
Okay.
If that will work.
Yeah.
Does a 17 hit?
It does.
And for sake of pressing buttons, can I just roll my attack again to see if my second one hits?
Yeah.
I have to roll and then do that.
So both your shots hit.
Cool.
Now what's the damage on those shots?
13.
13? Alrighty. So you poof away, pull. Like I imagine, like as you're like in mid Misty Step, like drawing your bow, just thump thump.
Yep.
And 2 solid hits to his chest. He is still standing. And actually, roll me a quick perception check.
That's a 12.
You hear the distinct metallic ting as the arrows hit his chest.
Armor, the bastard.
Theo, Anna, and Sylvania, I assume you are continuing to run towards Kay?
Yeah. Do we hear the commotion of metal pings or anything?
You can roll me a perception check to see if you picked up the metal things.
I don't hear shit. My hands hurt.
Okay, Syl's not even gonna care at this point. She don't give a shit about me. She's like, he's probably on his way back.
But
17?
Sylvania, you can pick up a bit of commotion going on up ahead.
I think Kay didn't get away as well as he thought he would. We should probably hurry.
After hearing that, yeah. Gonna book it.
Okay. That is not the rate. I need that one. That can go. So as he steps forward, he's just kind of like, oh, those things sting. Kind of breaks the arrows off and pulls out a short sword, kind of like sheathing his dagger as he's walking towards you. And it's like, yes, you should really learn if you're coming around these places that you gotta stick with your friends. And he's gonna try and stab you with his short sword. Does a 20 hit you?
Yep.
Where's my d8? That is 7 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
Cool.
From his short sword. And then he... yeah, and that is his turn. Okay. That puts us back up to K.
Cool. So I'm going to... at this point, he's too close to me, so I'm going to whip out a short sword, because that seems like the best approach at this point. And I'm going to attempt to hit him with it using my power as a planar warrior as a bonus action while attacking him to add force damage.
Okay. So roll to hit.
Oh, I don't...
14 does not hit.
Cool. Well, try for my second attack then. Oh, 6 doesn't hit
definitely
either.
does not hit. So you take a couple swings, but with his sword, he's able to parry them off relatively easily. And he's kind of like goading, just kind of laughing at you as with each deflected blow. Theo, Anna, and Sylvania. At this point, you're kind of rounding a corner. You can see up ahead K. I need to be on that. As the three of you manage to just get up into the combat, I'll get the three of you to roll initiative as well.
Initiative.
Yay! Crit fail.
Jesus!
Your hands hurt.
It's gonna be one of those days.
Your hands are still burnt. What are you
They're
gonna
pretty
do?
burnt.
You gonna miss an Eldritch Blast during that?
I fucking hope not. I probably will.
That is funny.
Alrighty. And so yeah, up ahead you can see K. As you're like ending your turn, just rounding off that corner and spotting them up ahead.
All right.
And the bandit here is gonna be, you're gonna hear him shout out. Looks like the rest have arrived. And you're going to. Can I get the? Actually, can I get everyone to roll me perception checks?
More enemies are going to
11.
spawn into the combat.
Shucks.
17.
9. I'm kind of engaged in combat at the moment.
Yeah, you're kind of in the process of being stabbed. But Theo and Sylvania, as you're running in, you do, as you're on the corner, you do see a couple people coming out from the bushes on either side.
Oh, hell.
Ah, hell is right.
And the fellow's going to take another swing at you, Kay. Does a 17 hit?
Yep.
Okay, that is 6 points of slashing damage.
Let's see.
As he kind of is like looking around and just kind of making note of where everyone else is at that time. That puts us to top of the order, Sylvania.
All right, you said he was wearing metal armor, correct?
Yes.
I know where this is going.
All right.
Oh
So-
no!
I pull a piece of my armor off that Theo didn't know this is what made it hot, but it's what made it hot. And I just throw it. And like a magnet, it just attaches to his armor and then lights up red hot.
This is fun. I like this. This is great. Syl and I have like a sibling relationship. I think is the best way to describe Kay and
I
Syl.
can mess with you, but no one else can.
You can mess with me all you want, and I can mess with you, but in the end of the day, we'll help each other out when shit goes awry.
Beautiful.
So you throw out this basically metal coil that spins out, and it does snap onto him. Yeah, he's within 60 feet of you. You got a good throwing arm for such a short person. But all of a sudden, you just hear him like as he starts like clawing at his armor. And roll the damage.
13.
13 damage. Hot damn.
You're not allowed to burn my why, friend? Only I'm allowed to burn my friends.
As that's happening, Theo's just like, yo, sucks, doesn't it?
Also, Sylvania, roll me that surge.
No surge.
You do not explode as you throw the metal thing.
Would Syl explode or would the metal thing explode? These are the questions.
It depends
Depends
on
on
what
the thing.
surge.
Sometimes it says the target, sometimes it says you.
Yeah, sometimes the target, sometimes the caster.
For the rest of my turn, do any of the other 4 people look like ranged folks?
Both of the...
Do any of them have an obvious bow, is pretty much.
Both of those two do appear to... The fellows with the beard both do appear to have bows.
Okay. So that was my main action. Bonus action, I am going to tell Dog to dash, and I'm also going to pull out my sword.
Okay.
And then Dog goes after me, which Dog has a movement of... Dog, what's her movement?
Fast.
Isn't it 40?
I think it's 40. Yes, it's 40. So I can move 80, so I can do something like avoiding their 80. So to like do that so I don't provoke attacks of opportunity.
Alrighty. I was about to say, I'm like...
I think we both tried to move it.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't think... Can you not move it? And I was like, trying to click on it, and it's like... And for whatever reason, Anna has been rotated. I was just like, Anna's like, tick, tock, tick, tock.
I'm trying to figure out how to do the line again to see how far things are, but I always forget.
You have to click the ruler on the left-hand side.
Right, ruler. Okay, cool. We'll practice that later.
Well, it's your turn now, so what are you doing, Anna?
Great, cool. We're gonna move because I assume that this provides cover.
Yeah.
This shrub here. So I'm gonna move. Let's say here. And I'm got like my hands up, and I just want to kind of plead with the guy at first. This gentleman here. I'll be like, we really don't have to do this. If you put your weapons down, no one else will get hurt. And what's his reaction? Am I intimidating him at all?
You're trying to intimidate? Roll me intimidation then?
Let's do that. Let's try and freak this guy's ass out. Because you never know. 6.
On par for Anna intimidation.
All right, cool. If it looks like they're not willing to drop weapons,
They laugh.
Yeah, that's par for the course, like you said. Okay, we're gonna hurl a Frost Wasp. First rolling that surge. 13. Do not surge. He is the gentleman I'm aiming for.
Okay.
19 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Heck yeah. All right. So damage on this fellow right here, whopping 5, which is not great.
Okay.
Then him and the gentleman around him are going to take, also not great. Wow, that's some low rolls. 4 damage. Shucks.
Alrighty.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Alrighty, that puts us on to. So as you throw that frostball, it hits the ground, like, or it hits the one person, it explodes in their chest, and they're like swatting at these wasps that are now like whirling about and stinging at them. And the guy who had the bow is like, "What the place is all these things?" He's trying to swat them with his bow.
Excellent. Distraction.
Okay, it's your turn.
Cool. Again, I'm just gonna beat this man in front of me with the short sword. Hopefully, taking opportunity the fact that he's burning with passion right now, amongst other things, to hopefully think that gives me an opportunity to hurt him. Maybe, I don't know. That's a DM problem. But I was going to still use my that planar warrior force damage.
Yeah.
Strength to attempt to beat him with short swords and see if that works out well. With an 11.
11 does not hit.
And a crit fail, so that's gonna go over swimmingly.
So roll me that severity check.
Right on.
Wow. This is gonna hurt me real
Ooh,
bad.
boy.
Is he gonna give me a hug or something? Like, and then stab me in the back? Or like, shiv me through as he's burning? Like, what's gonna happen here? This is gonna hurt.
Good call, Theo, on saving the heals. You're like, I'll be fine. Someone's gonna need it more than me.
Yeah.
Person current.
I'm literally like, I'm pretty sure. I'm looking at my healing wound, my healing light. I'm like, I'm pretty sure we're half tapped. So
My problem is I also only have 1 spell left now.
Woo!
Yeah,
What the heck?
as a warlock, I only have 2 spell slots, so I have to be choosy.
Shit.
Yeah, more than one
Actually,
fight
no,
a day
that's
is
a
rough.
lie. No, sorry. I have 1 second level spell left.
So Kay, you go to swing your sword, and like in his flailing about, he manages to kind of hit your wrist, not with the blade of his sword, but with the blunt of it, but with the forward, like, because of the it does knock the sword from your hand, so you are currently disarmed.
Cool.
But because of the abrupt, like, kind of jostle, you do fall forward and end up wrapping your arm around him. Sylvania, can you roll me another 2d8?
Oh no.
Fail. Like, double ones. Come on, double ones.
Double sixes?
That's not double ones.
So Kay, you take 12 points of fire damage as you clasp onto this burning fellow.
Okay, where are you sitting at?
I'm hurting real bad. If that
What are
happens again, I'm dead. Or
Okay.
unconscious.
That puts us on to the Bents. He is going to...
The guy with heated metal has disadvantage on his attacks.
Okay, that is good to know.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, he has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks till the start of his next turn. Okay. He's going to kind of like he's going to shove you off, Kay. He's actually what does he care more about right now?
The fact that he's on fire or me?
Yeah, pretty much. How long does it take to do this?
For armor, usually minutes.
Yeah, it takes 1 minute to doff medium armor. But right now, that is what he cares about. And he is like scraping at his shirt and trying to pull that off up and over his shoulders, trying to throw that down on the ground. But struggling a bit to do so on account of every time he grabs it, it's, hot. But yeah, so he loses his turn trying to get out of the armor. That puts us to this fellow who Sylvania ran up to. He is going to use his bonus action to disengage.
Unacceptable.
And then he's...
Attack
Pardon?
of opportunity?
No, because he's a
No,
rogue.
he used to
Oh,
think to
right.
disengage.
Yeah, he's disengaged.
And as he's darting back, he's going to stop, turn around, and do a shot at you, Sylvania. That is a nat 20. That puts us at a 25.
I can't block that. Nat 20, I can't do anything with. I can technically
Every
get my
other
AC
number.
above that, but Nat 20 I can't do.
The day is the day Sylvania shall bleed. Shoot, what was the damage for long, though? I had this.
I think I've done more damage to myself in this campaign than any enemy has done to me so far.
You're not wrong. D8. And of course he rolls shit for damage. That is 5 points of piercing damage.
You
He rolled
lucky.
a 2 and a fucking 1. It's like, you... It's finally...
It wasn't even like it hurt me, it just hurt like my ego. Like I'm sitting here going just, oh, he actually hit me.
That
What?
asshole hit me. Today, you.
It's like with 300 when Leonidas throws the spear and just clips the what's-his-face's cheek. And it's just like, I got hit?
Rips off that ungodly nose ring.
Yup. But that is his turn. The one here is going to step in behind you and is going to take swings with their daggers. So first attack, I take it a 17 doesn't hit you.
No.
And another 17 doesn't hit you. So both of their attacks just kind of bounce off your armor.
It's just like I'm looking at the guy that just ran away, suddenly on my back, clink, clink. Excuse me.
Sir, that is rude. Sir.
Anna, this one is going to move up to you.
Yeah, you would.
And they're going to take a couple of shots at you with their daggers. I'm assuming that a 10 does not hit you.
Does not hit me. Sucker.
And neither does the 9. God damn it.
Yes! The intimidation worked.
Yeah, they're still dealing with all the
No, you
wasps.
feel that intimidation. You're too cute now. They're kind of like, do I kill you?
This one is going to step forward, and he is going to take a pot shot at you, Anna.
All right.
Jesus.
That's a 22.
Oh, yeah, that will hit, unfortunately.
That one shot did more damage than the crit did for the other one. That is 8
great.
points of piercing.
Screw you. All right, let me just do that to myself. 8?
Eight.
Did you hear that right?
Yep.
All right, cool. Z's.
And then that
Cool.
puts us to Theo.
Yay, I can move. Well, I'm gonna move 25 feet.
Oh, before we continue, can I interject?
What's up?
I needed to do a concentration check when I got hit.
Oh yeah, with the 10
Yeah.
or
21 is good.
yeah, you're fine. You didn't lose
Okay.
concentration from the 3 or the 5 damage you took in total.
5 damage.
The 3 damage on the dice.
To quote the stupid old man, that stings a little.
Oh, he's not saying that now. He's going, this burns!
Oh god, I'm on fire! That puts us back to the top, or no, that puts us Theo.
No, it's me.
Yeah.
Don't skip me. I know I got a nat 1, but that's mean, Aaron. So I'm sorry, Anna. I need to step back. I'm going to move my 25 feet here to this spot.
Do
So I'm
it.
gonna move right here. I am still within 60 feet of K. So bonus action, healing light. I heal you for.
This is gonna be exciting.
Fuck. You get 6 HP.
I mean, it's something.
It's something, yeah. So, hang on, let me take that. Okay, cool. All right, then. So, and then I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at this guy. So, give me a second and I will roll my 2 rolls, my 2 spell attacks. Spell attack 1 is a 9, so I'm guessing that
That does
misses.
not hit.
And then my I fucking rolled 2 9s. Why? Why? This class is built around Eldritch Blast. Fucking why? I get a +5. Why?
The dice gods hate you.
Sorry,
apparently.
Theo!
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Alright, that puts us up to Sylvania.
Okay, so since this person felt the need to tussle, I hop off dog. So I just need to. There we go. Using half my movement. And I will just quickly look over at Kay. The guy beside him is trying to take off the armor. Bonus action, take more damage.
Okay. Roll me those 2d8.
14.
Oh, Nelly. So as he's trying to pull off the armor and just like scraping and scraping, you just watch him kind of crumple down to the ground.
Yeah, that serves him right. And then for my main action, I am going to attempt
good.
to hit this person,
That's exciting.
which will be longsword. 22 hit.
That's gonna hit.
That is 12
Yay!
slashing. And then for second swing, does a 14 hit?
14 does hit.
Okay. That is another 7 slashing.
Alrighty. I'm trying to remember with offhanded. Oh no, because it's not an offhand attack. It's
I'm not offhand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just second attack.
Okay. Yeah, offhand attacks don't get the attribute bonus to their damage, but it's not an offhand attack. It's second attack.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you take a couple of good hits in on them.
I just did a casual 26, 35 damage this turn.
Yeah, thanks for that. So, thanks. It's just...
I mean, I just appreciate the fact that you murdered the dude in suit of armor. That was
yeah.
that was just a bastard.
See, one of these days, Theo's going to hit someone with Eldritch Blast, and it's just going to insta-gib them, and we're all going to realize how powerful Eldritch Blast is.
Yep.
One day.
I mean, one of these days when Jamie is wielding Theo, will the Eldritch Blast actually hit?
Yes. One day. Anna.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just, oops, that's not how I move. I'm gonna move here, just changing my position a bit, squaring off with this guy, looking into his eyes, and then I'm gonna stomp my foot on the ground 3 times to call up my bug trimmer. So first, gonna make that wild surge. 15, no wild surge. This jackass right here is gonna have a dexterity saving throw, as bugs are like swarming the ground around him, trying to knock him to the ground.
That was a 5 on the dice, so they fail.
Yes. Okay. So he's gonna take 1d6 bludgeoning damage and he'll be knocked prone
Okay.
for a grand total of 2 damage.
Yay, 2 damage.
So excited.
Our roll 20 hates us. I just want to say that.
Completely agree.
So they are knocked prone.
He's knocked prone. And this, there's within a 10-foot radius of me is difficult terrain. Don't really know how to draw that. Draw a shape. Oh, that was bad. How do I undo that? Oh no.
Oh no!
Thank you. Excellent.
All right, so 10-foot radius of you is now difficult terrain.
Yes.
Alrighty. And this is bug trap. So this wasn't entangle that with the millipedes. This is just knocks them prone. Okay.
That's correct.
So
Yeah.
they can burn half their movement to get back up, but
They sure can.
okay. Are you doing anything else this turn?
And you know what? As a bonus action, I'm going to cast, what's the name of that cantrip? Magic Beetle.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to pick up some of the stones that were upturned from the bugs and turn them into little projectiles.
Alrighty.
And that's it.
All right. That puts us on to K.
Cool. So, witnessing what's left of this old man in an armor crumble before me, I'm gonna smirk a little bit, and then I'm gonna take out my bow, and I am going to aim it at this fellow.
You do have a trio between you two, just as FYI.
Okay, fine. I'm going to move back to where I started this combat, so that there's a wagon between me and that other feller and this gentleman, but I'm also closer to Theo.
Okay.
And then I'm still going to maintain my same actions as before, except with the longbow, because I can use the force damage on any time my weapon attack or the first weapon attack hits something.
Yep.
So let's try hitting things with longbows. See if that works better, more in my favor.
Twing, twang, walla, bing, bang. That's
Modified
20. That's going to hit.
And a 12.
The 12 does not hit.
Do you get it? Do your combats get advantage since we're in your preferred terrain?
No, just ability
Okay,
checks.
just his ability checks. Okay.
Yep. Which is fine. But what's important is my 20 was on the one that does the extra force damage. So I do that. Plus I do... Oh, I spelt roll wrong. I spelt rule.
What the fuck did you just roll, Mel?
Hey Mel, what did you do?
Oh, ignore that.
No, that was a d20. That's not what I meant to roll. Damn it.
I was gonna say that's a lot of damage.
Mel's over here trying to like summon demons or something in chat.
Oh right, so it's fine. So they take a 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing damage? Okay.
Well, sorry. They take 7 piercing damage and 3 force damage.
Okay. Mel's over here trying to summon the dice gods.
Please summon the dice gods and plead for them.
I'm very curious as to what you rolled.
Repeating attack, inverting the black attack.
It's not important. Carry on.
Alright, so you put one arrow into me, he's kind of like, oh. Kind of realizing that, oh shit, the other person is rejoined the fight. That puts us to the bandits. This fellow up here is going to take a pot shot at Sylvania, riding that high of being able to land the hit last time and immediately failing miserably.
Nice.
I
will be right back.
The rogue down here is going to take a couple swings at Sylvania. And is it disadvantage on the first attack or the second?
Well, pardon?
Because, like, are you using dog to impose disadvantage or no?
Oh, right. I forgot about dog for a second. 1 second. How does your reaction work? Reflect attack. The defender imposes disadvantage from an attack roll of one creature it can see within 5 feet of it, providing the attack rolls against a creature other than the defender. Guess the first one?
Okay.
Because I think I have to say it before I know their check.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure. I'm just double checking it as well.
It doesn't actually say in the ability when you declare it.
Yeah. Let's go with it has to be called before the outcome of the roll, just because that is how a lot of the imposed disadvantage on this kind of thing works. But I'll look into it more after. So you're imposing disadvantage on the first roll?
Sure.
Okay, so that is a 6 now, so that doesn't do anything. Oh, look, and the second roll is now a 6. So a couple more very failed swings at you from the rogue.
Is this your first day on the job?
Bugger off!
Love it.
The rogue down here is going to stand up, burning half their movement. And they're going to step out this way.
Is that an attack of opportunity?
Nope, because they're not leaving Anna's range.
That's right, they're not, yeah.
And then they're going to take a couple of swings at you, Mel.
Of course they will.
Does a 13 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. That is 6 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, that's awful.
How are you doing?
Well, I took damage in our fight with the owlbear.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then that is 14 to hit.
Yeah. Sorry, he just brushed himself off, like, as his first action? Or am I taking 2 hits from the same guy?
Yep. Because it takes half their movement speed to stand up, but it doesn't cost them actions or anything like that.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, it doesn't cost actions.
Prone is not as good as I thought.
Prone is great if you have a melee unit in range, because then they have advantage on the target, and if they hit them with melee attack, or they have advantage on all the melee attacks on them. But when it's just knock them prone and then stand there, it doesn't do a whole lot. And then 4 piercing damage on the second swing.
All right. Okay.
Then, having been hit in the shoulder by an arrow, this fellow here is going to turn to UK, and he's going to take a pot shot. Does a 17 hit?
Yep.
He's going to draw his bow for a whopping total of 3 damage.
Let's see See? Your healing did help, Theo.
Hey.
You healed more damage than the archer dealt. And that puts us to Theo.
Hooray! Anna, how much HP do you have left?
2.
You have 2 HP left?
I do.
You have 2 HP? Okay, you get my last healing light. I apologize, it's only 1d6.
That's quite all right.
You get 5 HP.
Woo, thank you.
For my bonus action. And then I'm going to attempt to cast Eldritch Blast at this person
Okay.
who's attacking. So let's try this again, and hopefully I actually do something. So first spell attack is a 20.
That's gonna hit.
Second attack is a 15. Does
and
15
that's also
hit?
gonna hit.
Fuck yes! Alright, so that is 2. That is, hang on, a d10, 2d10. So 12 plus. Hang on, let me go back here.
Where's my modifier? Times 2.
Yeah, my modifier. Oh, yeah, my modifier times 2, which I'm looking up right now, which is plus 2. So plus 4. So
16 points of
14.
damage.
Is that?
Yep.
Yeah, no, plus. Yeah, 16
16.
points of damage.
Alrighty, so that puts us up
Do they
to-
look hurt?
Amazing.
How would you like to do this for the rogue?
I blast his or her fucking head straight off is what I do. Just one hits her from the, like, as she's like looking at Anna, one goes like, literally one goes in their head and then and then they go down.
Amazing.
Anna, just for shits and giggles, roll me a dex save.
Oh, shit. All right. A dexterity save. It's a 17.
You managed to avoid brain matter.
Oh, boy. I don't think I'd be too mad even if I got some on me. I'm alive. They're the best.
Alrighty. Anything else on your turn, Theo?
This person, am I behind a tree?
This is a tree. Yes, that is a bush that's going to be like waist high.
Okay, I'm going to take a step. I'm going to move myself. Right here. That's
Okay.
where I'm going to move between those 2 trees.
Alrighty. That puts us up to the top with Sylvania.
Alrighty, first thing I'm going to look at this guy. Oh, whoops, I'm still drawing squares. This guy, I'm like, yeah, he's sufficiently dead. Drop concentration, so this little piece of metal just whips across the battlefield and goes back into its spot on my armor. And then I'm going to take a couple... Oh, I hate hiccups. I took a couple swings at this person.
Okay.
I assume a 10 doesn't hit, but I hope a 25 does.
25 definitely hits.
Sadly, only 6 slashing damage.
Is that person dead yet?
Minimum damage, no.
Better than no
person-
damage.
That person is dead. How would you like to,
Alright.
how would you like to deal with them?
Okay, so they've been harassing me, so I kind of like cut their shins so they kneel down and then just stab them in the face.
That's an action.
Okay, so in that case, I still have movement. I'm going to hop back on dog for half of my movement.
Okay.
And then I didn't use my bonus action, so I'm going to tell dog to dash as my bonus action.
Okay.
And then on dog's turn, I should have no problem getting... Oh, I didn't even need to dash. Oh, well.
You really didn't need to dash. But you dashed up to the archer.
I'm actually going to go there, just to stop him from running away.
Alrighty. And then that puts... Is that it, the rest of your turn?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that puts us to Anna.
Oh gosh, it's me.
You can do it. I believe in you.
All right, I'm gonna move just closer to my friends because this is scary. And then we're gonna, with one of my slingshot and one of my modified beetles, I'm gonna throw it in this gentleman's face.
Okay.
So here's hoping. That was a
That
18 to
that
hit.
That
should hit
hits.
based on my hits.
Yay.
That definitely hits.
Okay, it's only 1d6 plus 3 piercing damage. Did that? All right, never mind. Ignore that. That didn't work. I'm still trying to work out this app.
Click where it
Click
says magic beetle, and it should roll your damage.
2 damage.
2 damage plus 3, 5. 5 damage in his stupid face.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So something just tunk tunk ow.
All right, not much.
And that anything else in your turn?
Nope, that's all I got.
Okay, that puts us to K.
Double longbow shots with force on this guy.
Okay.
Because he's the one that can definitely attack Anna, whereas the other one, if they make any decision that isn't to attack Syl, they've made a poor life decision, and they won't live to see about it. So, 23.
That's gonna hit.
24.
That's also gonna hit.
Awesome.
Perfect.
So how much porcupine to turn this guy into?
So, depends. I need to know which piece of damage hurts. So I'm gonna do the damage, unless he has 1 health left.
He does not have 1 health left.
Okay, cool. Because I have different ideas depending on if it's piercing or force damage that kills him.
Okay. So roll me your piercing damage.
10.
Okay. He is still standing.
Okay. Three force damage.
He is not standing.
Cool. All right. So I want the force damage arrow to like hit him square like here-ish in the throat. And just so like so the force from it, so it's like the arrow pierces him and then the force of that just like whips his head back like super aggressively, like he gets whiplash, but then his skull just goes whoom, and then goes flying off backwards into the tree.
Okay. You beheaded him with an arrow. You went full, what's the prince's name from Princess Mononoke?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you just Ashitaka that bastard. Just...
Exactly!
Yeah. Alright, so you definitely took his head off. And your second shot you would be able to utilize on the other one, because you would, you killed him with your first
Perfect.
shot. You also...
7.
Although you would have to... Actually, I guess...
I'd have to move first. Cool.
Yeah.
There. I moved.
You did. 7 piercing damage. Okay.
Last chance to run, or to give up. Not letting you run. Last chance to give up.
I should just even see what all has gone on this last round. No, he does not. He rolled a 1 for his observation.
oh no.
He's gonna see, like, he's gonna get hit by the arrow from K. He's gonna take a look at you, Sylvania, and take a look at K. And he's gonna turn and draw and fire an arrow at K. Because he
Ooh,
knows
with disadvantage.
is it with disadvantage.
Yes, he has a melee combatant within 5 feet of him. Any ranged attack has disadvantage.
Ah, that is correct. Or is it if you have a ranged attacker, only if they're shooting the ranged attacker? Or shooting the person in melee range?
It's regardless. Pretty much, you're in melee range, you're being interrupted.
Why is the text included? Oh, okay. In which case, he's going to disengage first. I thought that it was if you're shooting the person in melee combat that you have disadvantage, but otherwise you get to fire on. In that case, yeah, he's going to use his disengage first. To move here. Take a pot shot at K. And that is 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is 5 points of piercing damage.
Neat.
And then with the rest of the moves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, you would move right there.
He would. He's trying to get away from the armored mounted gnome that is running him down.
Ah!
Can you blame him? But that is the end of his turn. That puts us to Theo. You just have a bandit right in front of you.
Well, he moved right there, so I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at him. Maybe I'll get lucky. No, I won't get lucky. But I got lucky on the second one, so.
Okay, well, roll me the severity for the first one.
You want to roll a severity for the first one. You roll a severity for the first one.
You don't want
7.
me
Roll
Aren't
7.
we rolling severity with D100s?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
D100 for the severity
That's
checks.
D20.
really low.
Oh, it's a 69. Nice.
Oh, yeah. They're all very mature adults.
So.
Had to be sex related. It was a 69.
Nice.
All his cards.
we are children.
I don't see a problem with that. We signed up for being children of the adult variety when we joined this campaign.
I thought we signed up for that when we turned 18.
That was like 3 weeks ago for me. Like, come on.
So because this is a severity check, you go to cast that first Eldritch Blast as a very brisk and cold wind blows through. It just kind of like it finds like a hole in like your pant leg, and you're suddenly like, as you like completely whiff that first shot. But you kind of grit down and focus and nail him with that second shot. So roll me the damage for your second hit.
D10 plus 2. I hit him for 10.
10 damage. Alrighty.
Yep.
You get a solid hit right in his chest. He is still standing, but he does not look pleased.
Okay, well, that's too bad for him, because I'm running this way. Hang on, I gotta go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going that way.
Okay.
Going up to this tree.
As you like blast him and
Exactly it. I'm a backliner. That's what I do.
that puts us to Sylvania.
Question, DM.
Yes.
If I hold an action to hit him with a sword, do I get my multiple attacks or just one?
Just one.
Okay. Well, I still have to do that because he's far away. So I am going to... How far away is he? Do I need dog to dash? No. Okay.
Yeah, held
So I
actions
want to
don't
tell
proc multiple
dog
attacks.
to go over there. I guess I'll use my bonus action to tell dog to dodge because I'm out of spell slots that can do interesting things with my bonus action. Run up, and when I get there, I will do my attack as a reaction. That is an 18.
That is going to hit.
13 slashing.
13 slashing. How do you like to do this?
Okay, so I come tumbling through on dog, and I pretty much do what I did to Kay, except this time his seat has a sword sticking out, So he just tumbles back into a sword. So this last moment, he just sees this sword come out the front and go, oh.
That's not what I expected when I said 69.
This is not the kind of penetration he was hoping for today.
69!
Wow. He did.
So yeah,
He did.
you have thoroughly impaled him.
So I like knock him off my blade, push him off to the side, and I pull this arrow out of my armor and see like a little bit of blood on it. I'm like, that bastard actually hit me.
Oh,
So as the chaos kind of settles a little bit, congratulations,
Not gonna
you're all
lie.
murderers.
oh, go ahead. Not gonna lie, that was a close one. That was a little dicey.
Oh, was it?
I'm gonna come up and
I
start
look over at Anna who's bleeding. I look over at Kay who's bleeding.
So, because combat's over, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Kay is going to summon a healing spirit.
That would be great.
Um,
I don't need it as much, but you two need it the most.
I mean, I'm gonna summon a healing spirit like here-ish next to the cart, and Kay is going to politely walk through it.
How many people can walk through it?
Currently at the level I have it, 2 people can walk through it
Okay.
before it disappears.
You two take it.
Cool.
So I'm going to
They
get a
nerfed
whopping
that
2
spell.
health out of it, but that'll get me out of scary danger, so that's cool. And then I'll allow Anna, if she wants to walk through it as well,
Yeah, I'll walk through it. Gladly.
for a whopping 3 healing.
I will take it.
It's double what you had before.
They nerfed that poor spell.
Mm-hmm.
It should just be a minute and an unlimited number of people could walk through it.
Yeah, it was
What
also
time of
broken
day
as
is it?
fuck.
Yeah, what time of day is it?
Is it?
This point is probably early evening.
Okay, I think I
Yeah.
pulled off.
Oh,
So some looting and then setting up camp for the night.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
would
Actually,
very
can
much
we
like
walk
to
for
loot-
like
loot-
another half hour and then set up camp in case this is a specific
Yep.
spot they have friends showing up?
I think
Absolutely.
that's an excellent plan. Also, I only have one spell slot left, and I'm hesitant to use it in case someone goes down. I can spare the dying, and I can cast Revivify with it. But that's it. That's
Cool.
all.
So Kay's gonna ask the dumb question: are we following this beaten trail that is clearly a shortcut meant for travelers who don't want to go the full way around to the woods,
I'm
or
a
are we
little
going
No, it goes
to go
around
back
the
to
way.
the main road?
I want to go around. There might be more bandit traps on this route.
Yeah.
Like,
This
also, you said you only had one spell left. Are you still able to detect magic?
yes, I
Yeah,
can still
just to see
detect
if
magic.
if they have anything notable on them that they probably stole from the
Or
last
if there's
poor person
anything
walked through.
interesting in the wagon?
I will cast Detect Magic. I can do it at will. It's still a level 1 spell,
One.
though, so I will roll a
Still
d20
roll
for
that Sarah's to
Severity.
see. Yep.
So I rolled a 14.
So we do not explode.
Yeah.
I like the fact that like our go-to is like, do we explode? And it's like, no, we didn't explode this time.
No.
None of our surges
did
so
not
far have
explode.
actually caused us to explode.
That we know of.
No, yeah.
Who knows? So if there's a couple that we don't know what happened, we could be sitting on a ticking time bomb.
That is true.
So if delayed fireball could charge for this long, I'm scared at how many d6s you're rolling.
One shot the planet.
What do you want us to roll to search the cart?
Roll me investigation checks if you're searching the cart.
Did I get anything on my Detect Magic?
That was the wrong one. Yes.
2 crit 20s and a
She intimidated the fuck out of that cart.
I quite intimidated at first.
Yeah, and then you were very after you didn't see a reaction to your perfect intimidate, you investigated so thoroughly that
It must have something to hide.
perfection.
So the but with your detect magic, you are not noting anything magical. But yes, Anna, you walk up and you're like scolding the cart as you walk up, demanding it reveal its goods to you. And then when it does not react, you go and tear every box on that cart apart. You do end up finding a lot of food supplies.
Like salt?
There is salt.
Hey!
You find a barrel of salt. You also find probably another 15 rations worth of fruits.
Ooh.
And
Hey, you're gonna want this.
Yeah. Here's the crazy question. So, first off, does the cart still look like in decent shape, or is it busted?
it's busted.
It's busted. Shit.
How busted?
Yeah, how busted is the cart?
One of the wheels is smashed. If you could craft another one, you could, I suppose. The axle would also require some repairs. Also, you have nothing to pull the cart with.
Both sound like things I am capable of doing. Would I be able to do it in the field?
Do you have carpenter's tools?
Yes.
You're like, in an hour I will.
No, I have them right now because the last time I used them was to make the beds and stuff.
Yes, that's right. You did.
Second question. How much can dog pull?
Not all four of you.
I mean,
But can dog, we can walk, can dog pull the cart?
Let me take a look at dog here.
Dog's strength.
Dog has 14 strength. Yeah, dog could pull the cart, though he wouldn't be able to pull the cart with anyone other than maybe Sylvania in it.
That's fine. We can
Sylvania
walk.
or
Could he pull the cart with me on dog?
Yeah, like basically with Sylvania or Anna on or in the cart or on dog.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dog could pull it along, but could not pull it with anyone else in or on dog.
Yeah, I'm not worried about getting a ride. I'm worried about, hey, there's a bunch of shit here and a cart. Maybe we can take it.
Fair. But anyways, so you found the salt, you found the rations. You also, while you're rummaging about, do find where is my 100 gold worth of coins.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. That's awesome.
And a small locked box.
Oh,
okay.
Metal locked box.
I didn't detect any magic, so
I can pick it.
Do you have thieves' tools as well as carpenter's tools, or is that an hour? Wait.
No, I have thieves' tools. Thieves' tools are technically the tools I'm supposed to use to cast all my spells.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna divvy up the gold so we can each add 25 to our inventory. If that's all right with you.
oh, it's nice to have money again.
no,
So
he's getting 25 gold.
just-
Is that what's happening?
am I doing that math right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Divided by 4 is
that'll be-
25 gold.
Would be 25 each, yeah.
Oh
then, yeah.
goodness, I'm back to being
Add.
even more wealthy.
Fair's fair. Yeah, I want to like rattle the box, not very delicately. Like, what is in this?
So you just can.
Don't rattle
yeah.
the box.
What's it made of?
There's stuff. The box is made of metal.
Okay.
It's like the box itself is actually fairly heavy. But you think that the weight is primarily just the box, but there is definitely something jostling around inside.
Okay.
Hey, can I open the box?
Oh, you were busy making a wheel.
I'll do that once we settle down for the night.
Okay. I'll offer up the box for Syl to pick.
Also, picking is much faster than making a meal.
That it is. Okay, so
Very true.
roll me something lock picks that 8. You cram your lock picks in there and give it a go, but you're just not making any progress on this lock.
Ooh, tricky lock.
I suppose we could take it with us and try again later. Or,
I'm sure given enough time, I'll get it open. I just can't get
Or-
it open really quick.
Yeah, we'll keep it with us. It's probably
Yeah.
not drugs.
probably, we hope it's not drugs. Speaking of which, as they're doing that, I'm gonna go around to each of the bodies and kind of just investigate them.
Looking for
I'm
anything in
apparently
particular?
attempting to make a wheel now.
Okay. Sylvania, roll me a... No, what would this be?
It'd be usually you can actually roll for the tools, and it's usually an intelligence for crafting.
Yeah, so it'd be an int check plus proficiency because you have proficiency with the crafting tools.
So I'm just making sure this works the way I expected. I think I can just click this now. Can I? Carpenters? Aha! Carpenter's tools. 18.
18. Okay, so it takes a little while, but you are able to scrounge up wood. Like, you end up hacking down one of the nearby trees, or not, at least knocking off some branches from the nearby trees. And it takes a little while to get them wheel enough and sturdy enough, but you figure you've got something fairly sturdy for a replacement wheel, at least until you get into town. And you're also able to get to work on the axe. So it does take a while to do, but you are able to get them done.
Oh, okay.
It'll be
ready
like
for some
driving on
rest.
It'll be like driving on your spare for a bit.
Okay.
Just gotta limp it back. Just gotta limp it to the garage.
Alright, so now that I got this working, I hook it up to Doug, and we get back on the main road, walk for a few minutes, and then we should take a nap.
Did I? Yes, I 100% agree. Did I find anything on the bandits?
So I was going to say, like, what in particular are you looking at for the bandits?
I'm just looking for like any insignia, like if they've got like if they've got like a gang
A
brand, or
Kay will look for a not basic short sword. And he'll also go pick up his other short sword. Before that comes back to haunt me with DM saying, "You didn't pick up your short sword that you dropped."
I'll also see if they have any gold on them, on the gold or anything on them.
Okay, Theioryn, roll me an investigation check.
14.
14. So you're not seeing anything specific in regards to like brand logos or insignias or anything like that. Most of their gear looks like it's like kind of like piecemeal, is like grabbed whatever they were able to obtain, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Scavenging across all the bodies, you're probably able to find another another 60 gold.
60?
60, yep.
Holy Moses!
And on one of the robes, you actually find a string of ears.
Oh no! Oh! Get it! Oh! Well, I'm guessing those are they human ears?
Human, elf. There's one orc ear.
Ugh. Ugh.
There's 7
Well,
ears in
I like
total.
kick it. Huh?
There's 7 ears in total.
Oh, I like kick it away and just go, well, damn, jeez. Everyone gets 15 more gold.
Hey, Theo, quick question. You were looking
Yes.
at the bodies. What kind of armor did that guy have? I know it was metal.
Actually, I was the one that was over kind of investigating his body because,
Okay.
at least in the argumentative defense, I was probably investigating his body to find stuff from a narrative perspective.
Yeah.
Because he hit me with a short sword.
His short sword is a common short sword. He had already done detect magic and did not detect any magic, so that's
fair.
Kind of a given. As for the armor that he is wearing, where is my list of armors? Items, general armor. He had a chain shirt on.
Chain shirt. I don't think that's better than what I have, so meh.
Which one are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing scale, and I'm working towards half plate.
No, it's got lower AC.
I was hoping he had half plate on him, and then I could steal it, and then like do some crafting to make it smaller and fit me.
Unfortunately, no, he did not have half plate. He would have been a lot harder to kill if he had half plate.
I don't know. I kind of just lit his armor on fire and watched him die. It would have been the same.
That's fair. Was anyone else wanting to do anything before you're grabbing the cart and moseying north?
Not particularly.
No, I'm ready to go. Let's go find a place to hunker down for the night, and I'll...
Alright, was the plan to continue following the trail, or was the plan to go back out to the outside ridge and
Go
continue
back to the
following
main road.
Back to the main road, yeah.
Okay.
That's the second time we've seen...
Something try to kill us in the forest.
Yeah,
Today.
I'm not convinced that the first guy that we found was not a bandit, and we just found more bandits. So...
What was the first time?
So either this forest is haunted, or this forest is full of bandits.
The first guy that was killed by the lesson. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, but he might have been a bandit.
He might have been a bandit. Yeah, we don't really know.
I was trying to figure out which first guy you were talking about.
Oh yeah, the first guy that we watched die.
Okay, yeah.
Moited.
We went, oh no, oh dear, oh no, oh he's dead now, oh dear, oh no, we should go investigate that in the morning. We should, yes.
Yeah, that's how that went.
Exactly how that went.
That's how that went. And
Really big lesson in like one instant. Okay, fine.
alrighty.
So yeah, we'll go back to the main road.
Okay. See, after a while, Sylvania gets the cart back up and functional. It kind of bobbles a bit as it goes, but it works. And so you've got Dog pulling the cart along. And you do have salt and some fruit and stuff like that in the bucket of the truck, or bucket of the cart as well.
I wonder if they stole this from someone, or if they actually brought this cart out to ambush people with.
You suddenly hear snoring from on top of Dog.
I think he was stolen.
Someone fell asleep.
Well, she did kill 2 people, so I think she's allowed.
She also fixed the wagon.
She
and opened
also
the
fixed the wagon.
Or failed to open the box. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, no, she hasn't opened the box yet, but, you know, she pulled her weight today, so she's allowed. She's allowed to have an axe.
Also fighting the owlbear, and then chasing after
Also
Kay,
fought the
and
owlbear.
then fighting bandits.
Then fighting bandits, yeah.
It's
No,
been a day.
She pulled her weight today.
So the party's able to head back down to the main road. Were you guys doing anything with the bodies, or were you just leaving them there?
I think we're just going to leave them there.
Gonna leave it there.
It returned to nature.
Yep.
To the forest.
Probably the
Alrighty.
most they've ever given to the forest.
Pardon?
Probably the most they've ever given to the forest.
So you end up heading back down to the main, or back out to the outer end of the forest, and start continuing on. But how far up the road were you wanting to go before you call it in for the night?
Just, I think, not too far, basically, till we find a good spot, and then I'll start ritual casting Liamon's tiny hut.
A half
Alrighty.
hour, maybe?
Yeah, I think a good 30 minutes.
Okay, you head up along the coast ridge for another about half an hour before finally say, okay, this is a good enough spot. Theo begins casting Liamon's tiny hut, and I'll get you to roll me that surge.
It's an 8.
Alrighty. So you did not surge. The little hut forms. Sylvania is still sleeping on Dog's back.
Yep. Dog's used to this at this point, so like assuming someone unattaches Dog from the cart, Dog will just kind of like lay down in the hut, like do a little wiggle that pushes me off to the side, and I start using Dog as a pillow.
Get and it's just like autopilot. You're just like grab onto Dog. Are people keeping watch for the night, or are people just heading? Are people going to bed on account of how plum tuckered out everyone is?
I will stay awake because I only need 4 hours of trance time.
And then I can take the watches after, once I've rested.
I'm sure Sylvania will be happy to wake up. She doesn't say that because she's asleep, but from
Alright.
previous
Hey.
experience, you would know that she's okay taking watch.
Kay, are you going to use some of that salt we found to help preserve the pelt and meat that you just
Yeah, yes.
start tanning that a little bit? And
Well, tanning it requires water soaking, and then I'll be making a bit of a briny mixture, but like there's effort involved. There's too much question, because I'm pretty sure I didn't cleanly make it one single beautiful pelt. I'm pretty sure it's a collection of smaller pelts. Yes.
You got a
Oh
non-natural.
well, I got a
you
crit
dirty,
20, so
you got a dirty 20
So
on your roll, so it's
Yeah,
mostly one
so-
big piece.
Cool. So in that case, I'm going to start the process of like cleaning it, appropriately. But like a lot of the process of tanning is really complicated and typically requires soaking skin and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's not something I can do with this large of a piece and the lack of facilities we have. So I'm just going to start to clean it and use salt to help dry it out. So at least make sure that it can last the journey, and then we can do something with it about it once we get to town.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use the salt that we have to get the last of the 10 rations from the bear meat.
Okay.
If that works for you.
Yeah, that works fine for me. Roll me a survival check as you're tending to the bear or the owlbear's pelt.
22.
22. Yeah, you're able to get a good solid salt wash on it and able to scrape away some of the bits of meat that you had missed before, trying to leave just so it's as much as skin as possible, and still able to keep it mostly in one big piece. And you're able to get those other 10 rations easily salted up and preserved for the trip. Thea, were you taking the first 2 watches?
yeah, I'll take the first 2 watches because I only need 4 hours
Okay.
to go into a trance. So
Roll me a perception check.
perception's my thing.
Oh, that's a case.
7.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the best at perceiving things.
So you're pretty exhausted from the day you've had. It's been a while since you've been completely out of spell slots.
That's the first time I've tapped out healing light.
And you're just like between the ordeal from the night before, the things you witnessed in Stellar Vision, and the attack of the bandits or the fight of the owlbear in the morning, and then they attack the bandits that afternoon and evening. You're on edge, understandably so. And you're kind of like, I imagine you're kind of sitting there in the circle, just kind of like keep yourself relatively entertained and mind occupied while still trying to keep watch. And you hear scraping.
Pick up a stick. It's gonna start doodling. Actually, no. I look towards the scraping? Do I see anything?
You can see what look like roots dragging along the side of the hut. And as they pass down, you can see the distinct shape of an elk skull in the shadows beyond.
I'm just gonna start doodling like little sunshine in the dirt. Little suns. Happy faces. I'm drawing a nice cloudy day. We're in our dome. There's nothing outside. I look back up. Is it still there?
It's gone.
I draw more sunshine and clouds. It's a happy little tree. Just doodling in the dirt.
Yeah, the rest of your watch goes by fairly uneventful. You've drawn, wiped, and redrawn many a thing on the floor. And at one point you're kind of like you hear a noise out in the forest, and so you keep kind of drawing it with your stick as you're watching, trying to like track what the noise is. When you look back down, you can see you have a bit of a drawing of an elk skull on the floor.
Erase it really quickly.
Jeez, someone's having nightmares.
And
Shut up.
With your scream, Anna, you awake with a bit of a start as you hear Theo screaming.
Theo, what is going on?
It's nothing. It's the elk skull. The elks, those things, they're just, they're a little active tonight.
Look. Have a flower crown?
Did it have a flower crown?
You did not notice whether it had a flower crown or not.
I didn't see a flower crown, but look, I do have a flower in the dirt.
Oh, that's great. Go to sleep, Theo, or meditate or trance. You've earned some rest.
I raised my happy flower. And I just lay down in the dirt.
All right. I'm gonna go over and adjust Theo's cloak to tuck him in a little bit more. Theo has had a day. Theo's had a day.
Good job.
And I'm gonna look for this elk totem buddy that Theo said he saw.
Roll me a perception check.
Whoop. 15.
You do not see any elk totems.
All right, and I'm hearing nothing.
Yeah, relatively peaceful nights. All things considered, concerning the day, the night is fairly calm. Especially compared to the day, the night is fairly calm.
What was the rules about leaving the hut?
You can leave, but Theo can't.
All right, I'm gonna leave the hut just 10 feet out and do one walk passage of the hut. Do I see any signs of angry maltent on the hut kind of dome?
Nope. The dome looks solid.
All right.
Looking at the ground, you're not noticing any footprints or anything like that.
No tracks, eh? That's odd. All right. I'll carry out the rest of my watch in the dome just to be safe. And I'm gonna right by Theo. I'll doodle a happy fox and owl holding hands and wings and stuff, just to the best of my abilities, so when Theo wakes up, he has a nice, happy picture.
Draw me give me a performance check.
Oh, crap. Yeah, 15.
Yeah, it is distinct. It is notably an owl and a fox, and they're holding the owl's wing is holding the fox's paw.
Perfect. Okay.
And are you waking up Sylvania or Kay?
No, I'll power through for the other watch because Syl seems super tired, and I don't think Kay cares about watches.
You will be
I mean,
exhausted.
I
then.
do. It's just
I'll
I
be
just
exhausted.
don't.
Oh.
You would be because at that point you're not getting the required rest for the night.
I thought I only needed 4.
You
Nope,
might
that's
as well wake up
Me
Kay.
up.
That's Theo because of elf traits.
Well, then I will wake up Syl.
Okay.
I wake up, having had like a nice 6 hours sleep, just stretch. I'm like, oh, anything interesting happen?
I saw nothing on my watch, and Theo saw our friend with the elk skull.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
that's all.
Okay. So I get up, and Syl is much more interested in that box than watch at the moment. So I look at Dog, be like, well, Dog, I haven't gotten you to do this in a while. Perimeter. And Dog will like look at me for a moment, lay down. I'm like, no, Dog, perimeter. Gives like one of those cat stretches and just like nonchalantly walks out of the dome and does a look around.
Okay. So as you're going, you're grabbing the box then?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me your thieves' tools with advantage.
All right, I need to add the thieves' tools. I found out how to add tools, but I only added the one.
Yeah, and thieves' tools would be more of a dex than a
thieves
int.
are their dex.
So dex plus proficiency, and this one would be an advantage because you're spending your whole watch tinkering away.
22.
22. It still takes you most of the watch to get it open, but you do eventually get the box open. And inside the box, there is a golden necklace with a blue crystal. And there is 5 platinum.
Ooh. The box isn't lead lined, is it?
It is.
Oh, it is lead lined. Okay. So once I realize it's lead lined, I'm not going to touch anything inside. I want to get Theo to detect magic on it again in the morning with it open so that I can actually see. So I close the box, don't lock it though. And yeah. Also, how did Dog do?
Dog stood outside and occasionally walked around the hut.
So should I roll perception for Dog?
Nope.
Okay.
Dog
actually has a much better perception than me. I should get Dog to do more watching, actually, because Dog has a +5 and I have +0.
But no, Dog did not come to any alarm of anything, or did not note anything it deemed worthy of alarm.
Okay.
And as morning rises, that's what we're going to call tonight's session. Because Thea's got a boogie out. But we're another day closer. You've experienced what it's like to fight 2 fights in a day.
Gross.
It's a bit rougher,
Yep,
isn't
gross.
Wait, 'cause I almost died.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
I hate having no spell slots.
But you hit with Eldritch Blast.
I hit with Eldritch Blast!
3 times, technically.
Yay!
You're welcome, Theo.
Yeah, it must have been the bird hands.
must have been the bird dance.
Alrighty. But we'll be back again in a couple of weeks for this session. We should be back next week for continuation on Mel's campaign. And then after that, Mel's campaign gets a little bit weird for a little bit, I think, because one of our players is moving. And actually shortly after that, I'm moving. But we'll see. Yeah, we will be back next week with Mel's campaign and the week after that with ours. Have a great night all, and thank you once again to my players for joining in. It's interesting. Bye.
I
Yeah.